yards. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Go to line. 180.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Miles. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the 50, it's gone. Short pass caught by Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. Wade. He hits Beasley right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Gibson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
180.
Throwing on third, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
8-yard line.
Off the play fake. Wade. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run. It's Foster. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On the run, it's Foster. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
180. Dula.
I'm coming after you. 57 the mic. It's been a long day for you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught. It's John Hightower. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. John Hightower. 81 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really...
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Another big play here as they strike for 31. The 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Hey, check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, check. 57 the Mike, 57 the Mike.
Back to the air, Goff on 2nd down. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
57's the Mike, Mark 57. Nice, sweetheart.
Now Goff. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Fowler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Colts 14, Rams 7.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Wade in the red zone here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
The kicker on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is Gibson. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete to Hightower. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down, Rams.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Off play action. Wade. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake. Wade. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
And sack.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Off play action. Wade. That's going to be caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Los Angeles.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Throwing again is gone. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping...
Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football.
Jared Goff.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Off the play fake. Wade. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Gibson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
180!
59.
I smell fear in that offense.
On first down, it's gone. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
And it's third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
4 down, 4 down.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Now Goff. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
A loss of 12 yards. And it's fourth down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
By the Rams.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
A 10-yard loss.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Crunch time, defense.
Third and long. It's gone. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
46-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Rams 10.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Off play action. Wade. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Rams 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Gibson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike, check, 59. Wants to run. They're running it. Mike's 5.
Goff now looks to throw, and it's complete. Henry, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey.
Goff now looking to throw. This will be taken in by Hightower. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Here we go. 18 Rattler. 18 Cardinal. 18.
Off the play fake. Wade. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ricky.
Off play action. Wade. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the company.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is Gibson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Rams.
Mike, check, 59. Switch.
On 1st down, Goff. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Maverick.
59. Mike's 59. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, watch the screen.
Again, Goff. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Colts coming out now.
Ready? Panther 60. On the ball.
Off the play fake, Wade. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's our time.
Off play action. Wade. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A heck of a way to start the fourth quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Off the play fake. Wade. And he's got it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wade. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
They'll look to run with Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tip. over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now Goff on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Check, 59. Bring it. Mike's 50.
To throw is gone. Under a heavy rush and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike, check, 59.
To try again after the sack. Goff firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
I'm coming.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Off play action. Wade. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
You blew the whistle.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is Gibson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Right here, right here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A loss of 6 yards.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Now it's gone. Looking left side, and it's complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. John Hightower, 82 yards. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Wade. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Gibson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 26.
Let's get off the field.
He'll drop to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff got his man complete over the middle. It's Miles.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun. Goff. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Now they go screen. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for John Hightower. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is Gibson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Jeff Okudah.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's Rodgers on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delayed game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delayed game. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Cougar 19. Hey, let's go.
Off play action. Wade. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.